Here's the tale of tape for ESL Cup number 69 Grand Finals. This will be a best of 5 between Hitman and iNSUP. The third time they met each other so far, Hitman has been successful 3-0, 3-0 both times. We'll see if today is any different. Certainly is a special day, number 69. We'll see what happens. The bottom left in Northern Isles for map 1, we do have Hitman. And playing Undead this week, we do have iNSUP in the top right. After all that, they didn't even host Zoom maps. Incredible. Thank you, Hitman. Whatever.
All right. Sorry about that, Carson. Sorry about that, man.
That's all right. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens, though. Probably Blade Master. We have seen Hitman go Farseer Headhunters recently, to an extent, but of course, iNSUP not known for going Crypt Lord. So we'll see. We'll see if there's any metagames for both these players. Was this Crypt Altar? This may have been Crypt Altar. And it will be Dreadlord for iNSUP. Seemingly enjoying the Dreadlord recently. So he's had some success with it today. Winning 2 games against 2 different opponents. So we'll see if he's able to make it work against Hitman. Blade Master for Hitman. Grunt coming out. Shop at 20 supply. So it does indicate Hitman's going to try to creep level 2. Probably Critical Strike first. Creep this. Creep this. And we're going to see an Acolyte coming out. So a fast expansion from iNSUP. We'll see if Hitman's ready for this. This might be very surprising to Hitman when he sees the Dreadlord, but he's still going to be reacting to the fact that maybe iNSUP's going to go for a Crypt Lord, so he'll still have to cover the option of a potential fast expansion. Surprised to see no Peon Scout actually from Hitman. He has been doing that recently. There's the crit first. iNSUP creeping a little bit beforehand, but this will be an expansion attempt. We see the Sacrificial Skull, we see the 6th Acolyte, so this will be an expansion from iNSUP.
A player's forces are under attack.
Level 2 on the Blade Master, who doesn't get the best items, but they're certainly acceptable. iNSUP could get a Pendant of Energy, which would be incredible for him. Claws? Double Claws. Will be good in the future, but not going to help iNSUP immediately right now. Here comes the Windwalk Blade Master. We'll see if iNSUP can defend the harass of the Blade Master. How much mana is there? There's a couple of sleeps available. But you need to force all those Windwalks. The first one will be forced. That will be a dead ghoul. Dust, sleep, forcing another Windwalk here by iNSUP. If he's able to do that one more time, perhaps he can... Oh, actually, he doesn't force the Windwalk. He goes for the Grunt instead, but he's going to get neither forced into another sleep, which there is going to be a Windwalk available to pop it out. There is counterplay, and that's kind of what iNSUP was going for, trying to loosen this around so that Hitman could not pop the Grunt out. But for now, the expansion has been stopped. Expansion not able to be canceled, but it has been delayed quite a bit. There's almost a second Windwalk, so if Hitman wanted to go in with a Windwalk, he could get out as well with a Windwalk, but of course they're just going to be asleep on the blade anyway. iNSUP trying to deny this blade. At this point, it's getting kind of the point where the Blade Master cannot cancel the gold mine on his own. Tier 2 finished. What are we going to see? Is it going to be Bestiary and Torn Totem, or just the Torn Totem Tier 3 tech from Hitman? I'm wondering what he's going to go for. Of course, Tier 3 immediately would be the ideal counter to Crypt Lord, but against Dreadlord, maybe there's potential for just some sort of a Tier 2 all-in push. We'll see if he does. No, it seems as though it's going to be a fast Tier 3 tech for that Tiny Great Hall counter expansion by Hitman. And iNSUP just kind of struggling to get level 3 on the Dreadlord.
A player's forces are under attack.
Will this be level 3 Dreadlord? Not quite yet, as the Acolytes are being pumped out, and Hitman's probably going to go for a play where he tries to cut off the Acolytes to deny them from getting to the gold mine if possible. Going to kill those Sentry Wards, which is a good play by iNSUP. One ghoul going down to the crit. Another ghoul going to go down, probably to a Windwalk, I imagine. Hitman trying to be a little bit greedy not to use that Windwalk, but he's going to get the second ghoul. Oh, doesn't actually... Interesting. Of course, he wants to save his grunts, but could have definitely killed that ghoul. For now, he's going to try to pop this grunt out. Just about gets it out, but iNSUP loosens it up. Speed scroll! But the Carrion Swarm, a nice play there for both players, actually. One more ghoul gonna fall. This is a lot of damage going to be taken by iNSUP if he does commit to this surround, and he isn't, but still going to lose, what, 3-4 ghouls at the end of the day. Graveyard coming up. Second crypt coming up. Tier 3 on the way, and Hitman's, of course, going to go get a Shredder once he gets close to Tier 3. And he's going to get that Tiny Great Hall to counter-expand. Still no level 3 on the Dreadlord. He would need to get a Grunt to get that level 3, and Hitman just needs to get this Ghoul to get his level 3, which he will be successful in getting, no deny there. And more Ghouls are going to fall. The clarity on the Shadowhunter was so useful to give Hitman more hexes, and for now I doubt this Grunt's gonna fall. Spirit Link, I'm surprised Hitman isn't actually just attacking the ghouls, okay, now, but he might actually lose this and give level 3 to the Dreadlord. He does indeed. A hex was almost there, but still gave the experience. More ghouls falling, more skeletons being summoned. If there was a surround on the Shadowhunter, Hitman would probably be able to fight his way out, but still a decent attempt from iNSUP, who in all this time is at least doing one thing, and that's delaying the counter expansion by Hitman, who needs to go back home to get the Tiny Great Hall. So at least iNSUP is doing that, but he's losing a lot of ghouls in the process. Tier 2 has been reached. Death Knight on the way out. 2 crypts up, and it will be Gargs.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, I believe it is in the rules, by the way, guys. I believe it literally is in the rules. Okay, Shadowhunter gonna get close to level 3, but there's nothing we can do. Good creeping. Blade Master probably has a tiny. Yes, he does. Shredder was picked up, as I mentioned. This is all a little bit late. So there could be a timing for iNSUP to push, but Hitman's still going to have his 2 base economy kicking in. Bestiary will be coming up soon, along with that War Mill, I imagine. And Gargs are being pooled by iNSUP. Carrion Swarm, worth noting, it does work on the Shredder, so a lot of repairs are going to have to come in. This is going to be 4 peons going down if Hitman eats one more Carrion Swarm here. Okay, maybe just 2 going to go down. 2, 3 potentially. Oh, is the Shredder going to fall? Oh, that's massive for iNSUP. Very well done there by iNSUP. That's a huge play. Definitely not to be understated. That Shredder, those peons going down, that's the entire lumber economy of Hitman. Look, he doesn't even have peons to saturate his gold mine right now. No peons at the expansion. He's got to build them, but this is how much lumber he's going to stay on. 66. That's going to be what lumber he's on for a very long time until he can get another Shredder. And what is iNSUP going to do in the meantime? He's going to continue to produce Gargs and probably just all in the expansion. I think this is a game-winning move for iNSUP, potentially. Hitman's going to have to really have a miracle play here to be able to hold onto this expansion. It's alright, chat. It's alright. It'll be sorted out privately. Don't worry, chat. More peons falling. Again, a very nice play from iNSUP, who's definitely, I think, going to take game 1. I don't see much of a way for Hitman to win this game now. He's just got no lumber economy. He needs to get another shredder before he can do anything. Look, he's on 29 supply. INSUP's not looking to go anywhere. And just town portal out. Beautifully done by INSUP. I gotta say, this is very well done from INSUP. He got it very far behind in the early game, losing a lot of ghouls, but now he's really playing this perfectly with these hit and run plays. He knows the lumber economy hurts from Hitman when he doesn't have that shredder. He knows.
Forces are under attack.
And Hitman's still 31 supply. Level 3 on the Shadow Hunter. Good items on the Blade, but a Blade, contrary to popular belief, cannot solo an entire undead army. And I would love to see, honestly, INSUP just continue to make Gargs. Just if he were to just break immediately and just go like 70 supply Gargs, there would be no way Hitman would be able to win. Nice bat there. A couple more of those, and soon enough there won't be too many air units, but just look at the Carrion Swarm. This is, again, INSUP probably could just use one more Carrion Swarm, kill all these peons. He's just going to town portal out again after these peons go down. That's all he's got to do here. The question is, how much is he going to lose? Alright, this might be starting to be an overcommitment from INSUP, who's now town portaling out, but he didn't actually get that many peons at the end of the day. Oh, and Hitman's kind of clawing his way back as INSUP commits too much into these run-bys. That time, at least.
A player's forces are under attack.
What's the transition going to be? We're, of course, seeing a Lich. Already broken upkeep for INSUP, though, so... The lumber edge is there, but the gold edge, not quite. Does Hitman have another shredder? No, look how many peons he's got. See, normally you only have 2 in your main base, and you just have a shredder for the rest of the game. That's why this is such a big deal early on. Destroyer's coming out. So Gargs, Destroyers, and Frenzy Ghouls seem to be the play for INSUP, who could potentially retrain into Vampiric Aura if he desires, but still the sleep is going to be very strong, and the Carrion Swarm is going to be essential, so... Probably no retrain. Nice. Bat detonating on one of the Gargs, and that's probably why INSUP is going away from Gargs, because he knows that Hitman will soon have enough bats. Is this the fight that INSUP wants, though? The ghouls are getting stomped. The Blade Master's going to start to really solo everything here. 2 Destroyers up in the air, which is going to be great, but I think they might be a little bit late. And the Blade Master can kind of take care of all of the air units. Nice nuke on the Shadow Hunter. Sleep there. This is kind of what INSUP's going for. He might actually get this kill here. Wand of the Wind being used on both heroes. The Shadow Hunter almost popped out, but not quite available. And this Shadow Hunter's dead. It's dead city. There it goes, and Carrion Swarm on the Walkers, but there are Master Walkers, so they would just be able to revive each other. Shadow Hunter comes back. Is there a stomp? There's a Windwalk. That's a Dead Knight. Okay, and honestly, I just don't see how there's such a big army for Hitman. INSUP seemingly threw away maybe a couple too many Gargs going for the hit-and-run play, and now this Blade Master's definitely going to get this Dreadlord kill, and that might be game 1. There's a GG, and that's game 1 to INSUP. All right, we got Bidoux back after that slight little mishap with the internet, but you're back. That's good. We got the Grand Finals Map 2. INSUP wasn't able to come through despite a good early game in Map 1, and Last Refuge will be Game 2. So here we go. Here's a Grand Finals ESL Cup number 69. Ricky, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, it's good. I missed Game 1, but I'm happy. I'm happy for Game 2. Obviously, happy to be here. I just want to be here and cast games.
Yeah. All right, in the bottom left, we do have Hitman up 1-0, and in the top right, we do have INSUP, who went Dreadlord last game, but looking to perhaps go Philbot Fiends this game.
Yeah, this is interesting, right? I mean, the Dreadlord first was a curveball, that's for sure.
Yep.
But Hitman going to be, and Hitman didn't open Farseer Headhunters, correct? He went Blade.
He went Blade last game, yeah, but now is seemingly INSUP is assuming Hitman's going to be countering maybe a Dreadlord or a Cryptlord, which would be Farseer Headhunters would be the best counter for that. So he's just going into the counter of Farseer Headhunters. So again, INSUP seemingly always wins these coin flips. He's very good at these, similar to what we saw Duck able to do against Hitman. Seeming to win the mind games.
Yeah, this is so far pretty good. This is a direct, I mean, this is a hard counter from INSUP. Like, absolutely picture perfect coin flip. And off of a Blade first. Perfect. And I wonder if INSUP kind of gave up that game with the Dreadlord to kind of bait Hitman into opening or being comfortable with opening this. But I think, honestly, Hitman is just going to open it anyway. I'm not sure if there's much meta behind it, but...
Hey, Miffian with the subscribe for tier 1 for the first time. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Peon Scout. This is something Hitman didn't do last game. He did not Peon Scout. So he's going to see that it's Philbot Fiends, and is he just going to creep now? Yeah, he's just going to creep now that he knows it's Philbot, I suppose. Interesting.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. I do like this. The Murloc's different. I thought maybe he would go across and do INSUP's Murloc, you know, just to stay close.
Right, I don't think it would be a bad idea at all, yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to stay close to his base anyway. No shop as well. Going to just vie for this tech. Actually, is he going to tech? Yeah, he's going to be teching without the shop. Okay.
And the headers are going to come out, and I guess he's just going to power creep to level 3 now. And he's going to be able to keep up with INSUP in levels. And a level 3 Farseer before there's Destroyers out, before there's like Frost Armor and stuff out, is very powerful. Even if there's level 2 Coil, you can trade very favorably as the Orc. So maybe the right play for Hitman. He's just going to go into a standard game, but with Farseer first. Not very common to see from Hitman, who's always played the Blade.
Okay. Level 2 on the Farseer. And yeah, we don't see INSUP opening up with the shop creep though. Like the respect, you know, I talked about this with Foggy Happy, how players just instantly give the respect to the better player, and it changes the way they play. And I'm a firm believer in, like, screw that guy, I'm just gonna win. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna play in his face. But that's not the case with Hitman. It's not the case with Happy. Players really respect him. INSUP is creeping the green as opposed to what we just saw the other game on this map on LR in the last series.
Look at this. This is so weird. I've never seen this before. Like, halfway through tier 2 expand, I will say I have seen this before. People like Grubby in the past have done these very early Farseer expansions, but never Hitman. Thank you to Brimstar for the 200 bits. I appreciate that. This will be level 3 Farseer though.
Big chunk of experience. Level 3 is really good to get. He's going to get it well before this DK as well. And INSUP's probably happy with this. He's probably like, wow, I've been able to creep the whole map.
Yeah,
look at me go.
All the space,
The truth is, Hitman's been taking miles that you never even really realized. This is a very different opener. You know, I haven't seen a game like this in a long time either. It's very cool. Nice change up.
And I doubt INSUP's ever going to know about this expansion unless he like sends a Skelly there just on a whim to see if he's crept it or something, Hitman. But the Headhunter numbers are not there. Oh, maybe one Fiend going to fall. Oh, the Wolf. Okay, the Wolf will catch up and kill that eventually. It does go down. One Headhunter trades, however, though.
Oh, of course, INSUP looking for a surround here on the Farseer, but it's not going to work out. Coil on the Fiend. And yeah, this is a lot of damage from Hitman. And where do you go from here? I mean, you can honestly probably just quick tech to tier 3. Off this, you already got the expansion. I mean, wood peons kind of like, does he bring the wood peons at this point? Has he harvested enough wood? Carson, tell me about like the economy here with this early expansion. What are we looking at?
It's so weird, right? Because normally you'd want to get, with this, any sort of expansion from Orc, you'd want to get, as one more header, probably going to fall, you want to get that shredder. Because you have to transfer your 5 peons over from your lumber, and that only leaves you with 2 on wood at your main base. Whereas, if you have to build 5 peons from this expansion, it takes so long for that expo to get online, and it's so expensive. You think 5 peons times 75 is like 380 something gold, right? 75 gold. It's so much. On top of the expansion, you end up spending over 600 gold just to get this expansion saturated. And in that time, INSUP could hit a timing. So you really want a shredder, but because the expo's so early, you can't get a shredder. Well, you could go get it now if you wanted, but you couldn't have gotten it earlier if you wanted to. Naga second from Hitman. What the hell is this?
Yeah, Naga second. He actually picked up a Fiend on the way back home with the Naga as well. So that's a little bit of a cute pickup. But INSUP definitely passed by that Great Hall. Not a tiny, by the way. I would love to see that reaction.
Yeah.
Was he like, what? Like, that must have been really crazy. Level 3, though, from the DK. The DK does pick up that Ogre, which is a nice pickoff. But the Naga going to be able to slow a lot of these Fiends. And look at, even with the coil, you're probably still going to lose these Fiends, similar to what we...
GG! What a strategy from Hitman in map 2, and that's a quick 2-0.
Man, INSUP didn't want any of that. I don't blame him. Wow.
And that's it.
Wow.
One more map, and Hitman will have won 6 of these in a row. We'll see if INSUP can pull something out of a hat. Like we said in the early game, he did have the right read on the build of Hitman, but Hitman apparently just knows the reaction to do. Creep level 3 Farseer, expand halfway through tier 2, and then get a Naga and just continue to pressure. Very interesting build from Hitman.
Yeah, that was very interesting. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
You've said you've seen that before.
Never the Naga, but never with the Farseer headers either. But a Grunt opener into 1 Beast Raiders, a Farseer early expand, like either a tier 1 expand or partway through tier 2. That expansion timing isn't unheard of, but that overall build, no, I've never seen that before.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, the Naga was so good too.
Yeah.
The fast level 3, did he go level 2 chain lightning?
I didn't. No, it was level 2 wolves. It was level 2 wolves.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, like, the slow with the Naga with the chain lightning would be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, map 3 will be Tide Hunters, which is a very strong Crippler map because the expansion is very easy, but because it's a very strong Crippler map, people have just been blind going Farseer headers, so I'd expect to see, honestly, a very similar game this time. Hitman has to counter the Criplord, or else he's going to be in a rough position with Blade against Criplord, and INSUP probably is going to know that, and probably going to go Philbot Fiends again, because he doesn't want to play Criplord into Farseer Hunters. No.
Yeah, Philbot's good on Tide Hunters, too. So is he doesn't want to do Criplord.
I don't think he wants to Criplord.
I think honestly, Hitman has scared Criplord away from a lot of these players. With this Farseer Headhunter opener, because it's really, if he does it, you're kind of screwed. I mean, you can open DK and you're still kind of screwed. Hello?
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just a bit of a long one. 2-0. Couple quick ones today, man. It's been one of those days.
Yeah.
You know, happy foggy today. Spoiler alert. Everybody mute. Mute if you don't want to get spoilered, please. Mute, and then I'll give you a thumbs up when you can unmute if you don't want to be spoiled, okay? But mute, please, because I'm going to say a spoiler. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hurry up.
Man, Happy destroyed Foggy 3-0. It was the fastest best of 5 series I've ever seen them play. Foggy got destroyed. And we're seeing that similar right now. There's the thumbs up.
All right, good. I gotta edit this out because certainly I can't put it in the YouTube.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here we go. Here's map 3. Will Hitman again 3-0 INSUP, or will INSUP be able to fight back? He seemed to have good early games kind of on both maps, but didn't work out at the end of the day. So here is map 3 on Tide Hunters. See what happens. Here's INSUP in the top left to Tide Hunters, and here's Hitman in the bottom right. Interested to see what the build orders are. Very interested. Will it be Farseer Hunters? Will it be Dreadlord? Will it be Criplord? Who knows? Who really knows?
Yeah, but we know what's for sure. Farseer Headhunters coming from Hitman, and I would just... Do you just go DK again? I mean, Criplord Philbot, we haven't seen that in a long time. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so strong. Is it good against Farseer Headhunters? Maybe. I mean, if you can hold with a DK3 Fiends against the timing push, why can't you hold with a Criplord 3 Fiends and just a ton of summons?
That's a good point, actually, yes. Because it is the amount of Fiends that's good against the Headhunters. You have equal numbers, or close to equal. Not exactly. Maybe, you have 4 Fiends against 6 Headhunters, something like that. But, that is the big deal, is you have the equal numbers. But, of course, without the coil, it can be rough. But, yeah, maybe that is a decent style. You don't see it too often. I'm assuming for good reason, but it is not something I've seen, whether or not it works, at least. Okay, Farseer Headhunters, and against we don't know yet, but probably a DK. Yeah, this is what I was saying. I think Hitman believes that he can probably just outplay, even if he doesn't have the proper build order against INSUP, and INSUP probably believes Hitman's thinking that, I don't want to play against Criplord, so probably going to see Death Knight again.
Yeah. And yeah, not too crazy. I would have loved to see the Crippler because I do think, there's something there. There's definitely something there.
Yeah.
But yeah, just going to be the DK now. DK Philbot, the safest play that INSUP can do.
Absolutely.
Tidehunter is one of those maps where, you could just creep up a ton as soon as you get those Fiends out. I'm very curious to see what Hitman does, though. Because Hitman's going to come across and do you steal some greens and then go from pressure, or?
Yeah, there's a difference here because there was a Peon Scout last game, so Hitman was able to see the build order and then just react immediately out of the altar with the Farseer. Whereas this game, no Peon Scout, so Hitman comes across the map, then he's going to see, oh, he's doing Philbot Fiends again, and then maybe he'll go do the reaction. But I guess the best thing to do when you're already across the map is just force a couple coils, maybe go for an Acolyte, delay the tech a bit, not go for that early level 3 creep, early expansion that we saw last. Nice Wolf Micro so far, though. Going to force a coil early.
Okay, so far so good. This is good damage early, but the Fiends on Blight will be able to replenish their health pretty quickly, so not going to be too much game-lasting damage. It's not like putting damage on footies, where the shop takes forever to heal and there's no end game. This is actually not bad for INSUP, and he's really just waiting for 3 Fiends.
And there's still plenty of coils, but of course there's always going to be a set of wolves on the field which are spectacular against the Fiends.
Okay. Yeah, now INSUP's in a position where he can definitely fight. Lots of skellies, Fiend count high. INSUP's ready to go across the map and actually get into Hitman's face. Hitman's tech, halfway done, but the train is rolling. This is 4 Headhunters, about to be 5. And I think, yeah, Hitman's just continuing to put on pressure. He is stopping the creeping. I mean, INSUP's DK has no experience, so that's a big plus. And that's maybe more to gain than actually killing any units. This is just tons of time bought for Hitman.
Yeah, no, almost a second rod needing to be invested, and there's been no creeping done so far. Hitman's just been farming these skeletons. 4 going towards that Farseer already. And another rod's going to have to be purchased. Yeah, a whole nother rod already. And Hitman's creeping behind this. Yeah, this is a pretty good early game for Hitman so far.
Yeah, everything's really good. This turtle is becoming like a trademark steel camp while I'm here. Take the green.
Yeah, it is a cool little camp, actually. It's very easy to take. It's very kind of... You can creep it while still being aggressive, but it seems as though Hitman's going to alleviate some of that pressure and just go for these camps in the middle, which is, I think, is a decent play. If he can creep level 3 Farseer, now he can certainly power creep level 3 Farseer and have it before INSUP has 3 DK, and then he can really put the pressure on with those level 2 wolves again.
Big camp here in the middle of the map for Hitman as well. Everything's just looking really good so far. The DK hasn't been creeping much, and I do worry that, INSUP's had this heavy Fiend count, 5 Fiends now, and he hasn't been able to really get anything out of it.
Yeah, Dark Ranger's second maybe is going to be the play for INSUP, who's waiting on that Ziggurat. Okay, that Ziggurat will be on time, so maybe he'll try to get level 2 Death Knight, get a Dark Ranger, and then put the pressure on, but it's going to be a while before he has that secondary hero, and Hitman already on 7 Headhunters, so the creeping speed for him is going to be incredibly fast, and INSUP's going to be pressured right now. This Magi is stolen by a Chain Lightning. That's level 3 on the Farseer already, and this is very rough for INSUP. Probably pushing a greater mana, though, so that's not too bad at all.
Did he buy it or did the ogre drop it?
He dropped it. Got. I said got, but it sounded like bot. Okay.
Oh, it did sound like bot. I was very confused. I was like, that's already spawned? That's
yeah, no way.
Yeah, DK, I was like, I don't know shit about this map. But, okay, yeah, the DK gonna get level 2 here. Hopefully, I mean, it's gonna be a fight for this water elemental, but it's gonna be cool. Maybe even a headhunter goes down. Hitman's getting a little overzealous with his army.
Forcing a coil, though.
Blood. Going for blood here. Okay, Hitman. Continuing to push level 1 coil. Such a feels bad when you're in some trying to save fiends right now.
Shadowhunter second for Hitman. Hitman doing 3 different builds over 3 different games. Very interesting to see from him. And he's going straight tier 3 with that Shadowhunter second. So this is kind of, I think this is the style of you play as though it's a standard game with Blademaster first, but you just do it all with Farseer. So you go into double Kodos, Torn Chieftain, Shadowhunter with like an Orb of Lightning and stuff. You just play pure standard, although as if your Farseer was a Blademaster is the style from Hitman.
Okay, interesting. Hex gonna come in, but with level 1 coil, now I really worry if iNSUPE's gonna be able to save these fiends. That's the last one as well. And this could be a good timing as long as Hitman stays outside of the range of that Halls of the Dead, which so far he is. Getting a lot of damage done. Okay, Mana Pot, Potion Grid of Mana being used. And I don't think iNSUP really had a choice here. Now, some of the Headhunters are finally going to go down, but there's the Hex on the DK. Maybe a Forced TP early.
And Speed Scroll to save that Headhunter, and greater mana was invested as well there, so I think Hitman's happy with the amount of damage he's gotten done. Could maybe even pull the lab and continue to put this pressure on, but iNSUP stuck on tier 2 for now, seemingly, and Hitman's on his way to tier 3, almost done, in fact. He's going to have that Bestiary with those Raiders, those 2 Kodos coming up pretty soon, and he's probably going to continue creeping with the Shadowhunter while harassing with this Farseer with that Clarity popped. Very nice play from Hitman.
Yeah, so far so good, and honestly, Shadowhunter could just creep a big camp, and he's going to take the lab, and this is a quick level 2, good item, and the Farseer, as long as he keeps harassing, could be pretty good timing for Hitman to just steal a little bit of XP here.
This will be Sobi Mask. Oh my god, that's an incredible item. And instead of just trying to get anything done, like how many creeps does he, how many camps has he got in this game? Like 2? 2 green camps or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I think, yeah.
Marketplace he technically didn't get. Hitman stole all of that.
Headhunter, right?
Yeah.
That's about, yeah. Not too many camps there for iNSUP.
He is going to get this. I don't think as much Hitman can do, because he, of course, can't Chain Lightning that that Rock Golem, so he's going to get it eventually. It's just a matter of how much time does he have to spend. So Shadowhunter's creeping up this whole time.
Oh,
no
my.
way.
Yes,
He got it.
Yes.
He got it. Yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah, Sobi Mask for iNSUP as well. Yeah, I was going to say, like, if Hitman gets this last hit with the Farseer because he can't Chain Lightning it, iNSUP might just GG right away, but...
oh, man.
What a disaster. What an absolute disaster.
That's so rough, man. That's so hard to do.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. And the Shadowhunter's already level 3, just power creeping. In the meantime, Torn Chieftain probably will come out soon, but Hitman has a lot of stuff queued up right now.
Everything's just going really good for him. Kodo, the upgrade, like you said, everything's just looking real good. Shadowhunter going to be able to pick off some experience. Farseer as well. I mean, Farseer's close to level 4 at this point, which is nuts.
Yeah, it's really strong. And iNSUP, what's his tier 3 looking like? His tier 3 is only about 70% done, so if Hitman wants to just fight soon, once his TC's out, once he's got that first Kodo out, he could definitely take a fight and win a fight, and iNSUP's not going to be able to probably trade evenly. Without that orb, without that third hero, without the destroyers as well. It's definitely going to need to just give up map control here.
iNSUP can't be here. I mean, if he gets anything, that's fine, but no TP. He's in a dark spot. I don't think he can really stick around. He's really pushing it, too.
Yeah.
Like, a Hex is like a dead unit at this point. Anything could be super scary. And Hitman's just going to steal all the big camps that iNSUP's, like, helping him out with, essentially. Yeah, you do all the damage. I'll come out, clean it up, take all the items. There's one ensnare, and iNSUP's going to fight this out. No orb. Yeah, it's a big problem.
Yeah, the Kodo can't really get in position to eat right now, and the Frost Armors are really strong for iNSUP. He is looking relatively scary. Got a lot of coils. Has a Nova, has a couple of Frost Armors if he needs it, so Hitman Perhaps needs to wait for that TC to get here. Does the TC have an orb? I don't think that'd be a bad investment, but of course a little bit shy on gold is Hitman, who could just take this Marauder. It's a Marauder, I didn't know that. Could just take the Marauder and get that consumable. He is going to get Wand of the Wind. Jesus, sweet lordy, lordy, that's going to be really strong.
Wow.
Yeah, that's going to be really good.
This series does not want... The gods don't want INSUP to even take a map.
Destroyers are going to be done soon, though, actually. Destroyer farm 50%, so if Hitman can use it right now, with as well that Potion of Greater Mana that he got, apparently, somewhere, from the Turtle earlier. Yeah, this is a bad time for INSUP to fight. He needs Destroyers before he fights this.
Yeah, he needs Orb. He needs maybe a TP, especially if the DK does get in a weird spot. Ensnare on one of the Fiends that doesn't have Frost Armor, but the Kodo just eats it up anyway. That's a free unit. TC comes in for a Stomp on the DK, and the DK trying to get out of position, but okay, now he starts to back off, but I feel like another Ensnare is going to come on, and another Fiend just going to drop. These are units that INSUP can't afford to lose. And
Hitman didn't lose anything there. The Raider got a little bit low, but of course Shadowhunter level 3 is there. Not something you see too commonly with a Farseer first, but of course Shadowhunter second, power creeping. And now the Destroyer's up in the air, so the Wand of the Wind won't be as scary as it once was, but of course the army is scary enough as that second Fiend's about to get devoured, and 2 Raiders here are going to mean INSUP has to fight. Cryptlord third as well.
Yeah, Cryptlord needs to get some damage. Maybe an Impale could go a long way, but I don't know if he's going to be able to. There's so much. These are +3 attack Berserkers at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's so much damage.
That's a nice Impale, but where's the follow-up damage? The Raiders are going down, but the Fiends are dying quicker. Cryptlord dies as well. GG, well played is called, and that's another quick 3-0 by Hitman in ESL Cup number 69. That's number 6 in a row, Ricky. Number 6 in a row.
Yeah, 6 in a row. You know, INSUP with the Orc couldn't do it. With Undead, couldn't do it twice.
Yep.
Still good to see him play in these. You know, he held the fort down, but Hitman is just way too strong. And I think we did get robbed from that Hitman Blade series. That would have probably been it. But of course, Blade couldn't stay up. Got a little tired though. But 6 in a row for Hitman with no end in sight.